Good evening, everyone. I am Vicki. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And tonight we're going to use two different stamp sets, Heartfelt Hellos. This is going, the sentiment going on the inside. We're going to use Best Birthday Wishes for the greeting on the outside. I'm going to use this stamp and this stamp. This one is going to go on the inside. So these are the two stamp sets that we are using. Here are 3 cards that I've already made using this technique and this the stamps. And the card I'm making tonight, these panels are going to be a little bit shorter. And bring it up a little bit. This piece that I've got right here, I have not embossed on the one I'm doing tonight. I don't want to emboss it. So I made the panels a little bit shorter so you can see the DSP. And here we go. Here is our cardstock. And it is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. We got 2 of these. One is for the outside and one is for the inside. Inside would go just like this. The outside's this is gonna be the bottom, and we're gonna adhere it to our card front. And these are 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4, and we need 2 of these. Then your second panel, you can use plain cardstock, plain white cardstock, whatever color that you're using. Like right here, if you wanted to use, I did blue on white, but you can actually do white, blue, white, or white, or blue, white, and then do blue, and then you got your panels. You can, it's all depends on you, on what your taste is. Tonight, we're going to use this DSP, and I don't remember the name, but here's the one side, here's the other. I'm using this side. And this, again, is, you need 2 of these at 4 and 5 1/4, then 3 3/4 by 5. So we're going to put those there. And then you need 2 strips. And these are 1 3/4 by 5, 1 3/4 by 4 5/8. And you need 2 strips of white. And they are 1 3/8 by 4 3/8. That's all you need for this card. So let's get started. We're going to take this piece out of the inside. Set it right there. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and adhere this down to the card. I was practicing on how I wanted to do my camera tonight, and I like this way best. I could have put it up at the top, but I would have been working upside down, and I can't do things upside down. My grandson Bishop, now he can build a card upside down and not faze him a bit. Me, I would get dizzy. And so this is what it looks like so far. And again, this is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. And then you got 2 of the white panels that are 4 by 5 1/4. And then you got this one piece that is 3 3/4 by 5. And then you got our 2 white strips. They are 1 3/8 by 4 3/8. And we'll get to the other 2 in just a second. And what I'm going to do is I got a little 2 pieces of Post-it tape. I'm just going to stick it right there. And stick this other one right here. And I am using, ink pad I'm using tonight is soft suede. I like it. This is actually what it's going to look like when it's stamped out. The little butterflies actually is one of our stamps. I don't remember the name of it because Bishop has left it on one of my blocks. So I have to go through my stamps and locate that. But we're going to just stamp, put like this. And you can see right here where it's got a little bit of the ink going there. And the way I get that off, let me step away for just a second. I got everything I needed except for this. The way I get that off is I use just everyday Q-tip. And then I just run it across here, down that side. It doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, you want to get it off because when you, unless you're going to die cut it, if you're going to die cut it, it's fine. Most of the time, you won't see it because you're going to cut it right off. But when you're doing this, you need to get that off there. And then I just adjust it, get an idea how I want to lay it. This reminds me of the 3 stamp, the triple stamping, but it's not, we're not doing that. And believe it or not, I do not know the name of this card. I just call it a panel card because it's got several panels. But there you go. And I'm using some stuff. What I'm using right now for the butterfly is not a Stampin' Up! Ink pad. It's something that my daughter gave me, and it's gold. And it's very juicy. I'm going to put it right there. And put a little butterfly right there. Maybe a little partial butterfly right here on the very top. And forgive me for that, but those little butterflies look great. And again, we're using soft suede for our stamp, for our roses. And we're going to use it again in just a second. Now I'm going to peel this off. And again, the white panels measure at 1 3/8 by 4 3/8. These panels, the brown that I'm using tonight, is 1 3/4 by 4 5/8. I'm going to adhere this down to it. The panels are a little bit wider on this one. Just a little bit, not much. And you can change these measurements around to make, you know, whatever makes you happy. But again, the brown panels are 1 3/4 by 4 5/8. The white panels are 1 3/8 by 4 3/8. What is that? And I know everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people on my Facebook saw the post of that I made last night. My cat was going crazy because there was something out on the porch disrupting the stray cats that I feed. So I looked outside and there was a possum, and I was showing it to a lady at work today. Apparently she never knew what a possum was, but she told me that my cat was a beautiful cat, and the whole time it was a possum. I just thought that was pretty cool. And so we got this panel. Again, our card is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Then you take your bone folder and just go across it and varnish it down there some. While I got these to the side and I'm thinking about it, we're going to go ahead and get our other piece. And stamp our little flower. Well, the little one has disappeared. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do on that one. I have to find it. But what I'll do, I know, we'll use a little leaf. No. I'm going to use our other one that we did the front with. I'm going to move all this up. And I'll use this piece right here as kind of like a little stamp off. Oh, that's going to be pretty. That's prettier than the other one. I just need to figure out what I did with the other one. And we're going to use Enjoy Your Day from Heartfelt's Hello for the inside. So I'll pull that off. And what I like to do is to make sure I get it on there straight, I line the bottom part up with on the grid paper, and you can see the lines, and I'll go just like that. Now, to make sure that it's straight on your card, I line the first, find some paper, find the lines, just like that. Ink it up. I got, reaching over, I got some on my outside of my stamp. So, please forgive me while I get this off. I get a little heavy-handed. And now I want to put my block in, and to line it up, you just eyeball your lines on your grid paper, stamp down, and perfect, nice and even. But isn't this some pretty DSP? That's the main reason I cut the strips smaller tonight, so the DSP you can see some of it for the border. And like I said, I'm not sure what the name of this card is, but I like the name. Just a panel card, because it's got several panels. Lay that in there like that. And like I said, this is kind of like the triple stamp that we do, that I have done, and several other people have done too, which is very pretty. You just line it up. Here's your outside parts of your rows, and it would go just like that if I didn't cut that paper. Let's see, that's what it's going to look like. You can actually, if you want to, and I'm going to close this up so I don't get any ink on me, because if it's out and open, I will get it on me, along with my glue. What we're going to do now, on these strips, we're going to add some dimensionals. And again, the dark brown espresso, it is actually 1 3/4 by 4 5/8. And forgive me, I got a little scratchy throat. And again, it is 1 3/4 by 4 5/8. The white strips are 1 3/8 by 4 3/8. So now we're going to put some dimensionals. I get a little carried away with my dimensionals, so you have to forgive me. I changed the blade in my paper cutter last night, and I sliced my thumb, so it's very sore to hold my pick tool. I put one in each corner, one in the middle, and then one to the side. I don't do both sides right there in the middle. I just do one. And we pick them off. And my greeting that says best birthday wishes, I have pre-stamped that one. You know what? I was actually thinking about just gluing that second one down, but I changed my mind. Gotta pull this over just a little bit. See, that would be cute. Have one raised and one laying down. But the greeting is going to have to go. Well, the greeting could have gone down at the very bottom. When I opened up the package to change the blade, I opened it from the wrong end, and when I reached, was trying to pull the paper off the back of the container, my thumb went in and just sliced it. See? So you have to be careful on how you open things, or you're going to get a slice. And it does hurt. And on your thumb, it's so hard to put a Band-Aid on there. And you try to line up the top to each end of these panels. There's that. And these, I'm actually thinking about doing that. I'm not sure. Or just doing the white strip. That looks pretty good. I'm going to do it this way, and if everybody that sees my video, if you like it better like this, let me know. Or let me know which way looks better. I would appreciate it. I haven't gone live because I'm kind of scared to. Because I'm not sure if I can actually do it and not freak out a little bit. And I'm still a little nervous about doing the videos. So let me know what y'all think I need to do to improve my tutorials. I would greatly appreciate it. And what I did is I figured out where I wanted to add my glue, and it's right there around the H and the D. And I'm going to use some of the rustic metallic dots. And it's got some different ones stuck to the back of it. We'll use one big one. I'm going to put it right up here. And you can play, if you know, you sit here and you do your, use your imagination. Put your dots, your rhinestones, any place that you want them. Make, you know, when you do a card, and if you want to case a card, you can case a card exactly the way the other person did it, or you can change things around and make it your own card, which is a lot of fun. And again, I'm sorry, I don't know the name of this, but I'm calling it a panel card because we got 1, 2, 3, 4 panels. 5, 6 if you want to count a greeting. But here's the panel card, and it's featuring stippled roses, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I used this stamp, this greeting, then I used heartfelt hellos, and I used this for the inside. Enjoy your day. There's our card for tonight. And again, the base of the card is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Then you have 2 panels that are 4 and 5 1/4. One for the inside, one for the out. Your second panel is 3 3/4 by 5. You need 2 strips that measure 1 3/4 by 4 5/8. And you need 2 strips of the white that is 1 3/8 by 4 3/8. The little pieces for the greeting, the little white is actually, that was centimeters, excuse me. Three-eighths. One, 2, 3, 4. By 2 5/8. 3/8 by 2 5/8 for the white one, and a 1/2 inch wide by 3 3/4 long. 2 3/4 long. So that's the measurements on this. And here are the other cards that I made. And this is the one we did tonight. Thank you, everybody. And if you liked my tutorial, please like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you have any comments, please feel free to leave them. Even if you think it might hurt my feelings, because I won't. You can't learn unless you can't fix something unless you know it's broke. You can't learn from your mistakes if you don't know there's any there. Thank you, everybody, and I hope you have a very good night. Oh, and happy leap year day.